Voyager Digital is under a crap ton of controversy right now, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking like, what in God's name is going on with this company? So what I'm going to do in this video is I am going to break down exactly what happened today, how I think it is going to impact the stock going forward, and do I think that Voyager Digital is a good investment? I'll give you guys a short answer. Hell no. But that's okay. So let's go ahead and get right into the video and talk about what in God's name happened with Voyager Digital today. So Voyager has now become a penny stock. It is down 23% in one day today after some pretty controversial news came out. So the New Jersey Bureau of Securities has issued a cease and desist order against Voyager Digital for selling unregistered securities through its Voyager Earn program. Just for those who don't know, I'm sure most of you guys watching know what it is, but for those who don't know, Voyager Digital is simply another Coinbase. It is the smaller, less relevant, less popular version of Coinbase. As a matter of fact, there are actually a bunch of other crypto brokerages that are more popular than Voyager. One of them would even be Binance, which is the most popular crypto platform in the entire world. And so that's what Voyager is. It's just another Coinbase. It's a place where people go to transfer, buy, sell crypto and things like that. So Voyager has received a cease and desist order from several different states' securities divisions. That includes Indiana, Kentucky, New Jersey, Oklahoma, and orders to show cause or similar orders from the state security divisions of Alabama, Texas, Vermont, and Washington. So it's almost 8 states here. And for all we know, there may even be more states that follow that are coming after Voyager. So the order asserts that Voyager was offering and selling securities or investment contracts in the form of Voyager Earn accounts unregistered with those applicable states. The New Jersey Bureau of Securities also alleges that while Voyager claimed to be licensed, it was also licensed in some states to act as a money services business, while which the Bureau states does not allow for the sale of unregistered securities. It added the claim that this may convey the misleading impression to unsophisticated investors that Voyager is licensed to offer and sell such securities. Voyager actually did respond to this. Voyager responded, which is normal. Their stock price got killed. You got to say something. Voyager responded and said, Voyager is firmly convinced that its Earn program and the Voyager Earn accounts are not securities and intends to demonstrate this position and defend it as necessary and appropriate. So translation, we'll see you in court, because that's basically what's going on here. They are going to see them in court. So let me explain what this reminds me of. For those who don't know, a very similar situation like this happened with BlockFi. I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with BlockFi because BlockFi is a crypto platform that a lot of YouTubers pump. You know, make sure you click my BlockFi link, my Earn reward program BlockFi link, so you can get 4 free Bitcoin or whatever the heck they do. So you guys are probably more familiar with BlockFi from that. BlockFi got in trouble with the SEC, and they actually had to pay a settlement to get out of it. So BlockFi had to pay $100 million in settlement in order to get out of that. I suspect that same thing is going to happen with Voyager. I do not see Voyager getting out of that, and that's not good for the company. So I know Voyager Digital has a very strong retail community who really believes in the company, and that's great. But when it comes to investing, sometimes you just have to be reasonable. You have to exercise just a little bit of common sense here and realize that, number one, you are already in a very risky stock. I mean, in my opinion, if I'm going to go the crypto brokerage route, I'm just going to buy Coinbase. I honestly don't know why anybody would buy Voyager. I personally don't like Voyager. I don't think it's that great of a company. Sure, they're growing, but they're not growing nearly at the rate as Coinbase is. And also, my strategy is, why settle for the losers when you can just buy the winner? The winner in this space is Coinbase. It's that simple. The winner in the United States in this space is Coinbase. The winner around the world is Binance, not Voyager. Now, I did take a look at some of their financial reports. The company is growing very well. They are. They're doing great, but they're still not growing at the same rate as Coinbase. So for me, is Voyager the worst company in the world? No, but for me, I just don't understand why anybody would buy Voyager when you could just buy Coinbase. You're taking a gamble on a $5 penny stock that's getting sued by the SEC. You know, well, not sued, but you guys know what I mean. They got a cease and desist order. I want to make sure I'm correct here. They got a cease and desist order from the New Jersey Bureau of Securities, and it's a $5 penny stock, and they're not even listed on any of the exchanges. It's an OTC stock. It's not even on the like any of the exchanges. It's not on the freaking New York Stock Exchange or anything. It's an OTC stock, over the counter. So for me, I'm not going to say Voyager is the worst company in the world, but I wouldn't invest in it. I'm not really a fan of that stock. I don't understand why you wouldn't just get Coinbase. So yeah, even though I know that people like Jeremy with financial education pumps the stock a lot, I think it's very important to have your own research. Don't just, oh, Jeremy's buying it. He's got 700,000 subscribers. He's a millionaire. Oh my God, I got to buy it. Do not do that. Make sure you do your own research and come to your own conclusions. And at least the one thing I can say is, even though Coinbase has gone down a little bit, at least I know Coinbase is going to recover. I'm not so sure about Voyager. I'm really not. When these stocks go to penny stocks, it's really hard for them to come back. It's not easy, it's really not. And this SEC thing, who knows how long the battle's going to drag out, I don't know. With this regulation stuff, that scares me. If this is the risk you got to consider, right? Coinbase has a bunch of connections. We know this because Coinbase literally went to the White House, or not the White House, the Senate, I think. So they went to the Capitol Hill. They went to Capitol Hill. They've got connections. They are participating in lobbying efforts. They got money. They got connections. If the government cracks down on them, they can fight it. They can kind of finagle their way out of that. Voyager, I'm not so sure. So that's the other thing you got to think of. There are still people in the government who do not like crypto. So when you're in crypto, you've already got enemies. And so for me, I'm just thinking the safe route. I would rather put my money on Coinbase than Voyager. That's just my opinion. So the last thing I want to say is, I'm not going to trash your stock. All I'm going to say is just understand that if you have your money invested in Voyager Digital, you are gambling. That is literally what you are doing. You're going to casino and you're saying $500 on black. That is literally what you're doing. And I get it. Just because a stock tanks doesn't mean that you got to sell out and it's over. But like I said, if Coinbase tanked, I would just buy it. Like, that would be great. But Voyager, you can say all you want. Oh, the growth numbers. Oh, my God. Whatever the heck Jeremy says, everybody just copies whatever he says. Oh, the growth, the this, the that, the earning program, the token. You got to be realistic, You got to be more realistic. So I would just say, please, for the love of God, if you're investing in this company, make sure you have your own written down report thesis on this company. Your thesis report shouldn't be Jeremy Financial Education's videos. Oh, Jeremy's just going to do this. This is what I'm doing. No, where's your report? Where's your research? That's what I would make sure I would do if I were you, because in my personal opinion, Voyager is a very risky stock. So there you have it. That'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.